Since there are so many anime on this planet, there are also many decent and great anime that get lost in the mix or just don't get the right amount of attention, and that just doesn't sit right with me. So when I watch something that I truly like and I see almost no one talk about it, I feel like I'm obligated to give it some respect, and in this video I am gonna highlight a few underrated / underappreciated anime. Please like and subscribe, and also remember, just because something isn't mainstream doesn't mean it's bad. Since this video is gonna be in no particular order, I'm gonna let the opener be Akudama Drive. Our setting is a futuristic metropolis, and in this technologically advanced city, there resides Akudama, which are the highest level of criminal you can find. On the day when an infamous Akudama named Cutthroat is scheduled to be executed, several other elite Akudama gets recruited by a mysterious entity to free Cutthroat from the clutches of the police for a large sum of money. However, the freeing of this infamous criminal would just be the start of complete mayhem, and this group of wanted individuals would then have to team up for an even bigger job. Do I think Akudama Drive is a mind-blowing anime? No, I don't, but I do believe it is a show that manages to never let you get bored and has a continuous flurry of action to keep action junkies highly entertained. I think this will be the third time that I mentioned this anime on the channel, but I believe it is definitely deserving of multiple mentions. If you have ever watched the daily lives of high school boys, I think it is kind of a no-brainer that you should also watch Nichijou. The show is fairly simplistic. It essentially just follows the lives of multiple characters in the town of Tokesadame. There's a somewhat storyline going on, but for the most part, it is just pure stupidity, and that is exactly why I like it. The only thing wrong with me in this anime is that I am stupid enough to have not finished it yet, but I've ran through about 17 episodes, and I think that is enough episodes for me to recommend this show to you with complete confidence. In most anime, humans tend to be the focus, and when it's a situation where it's humans versus other creatures, humans normally come out on top. But this anime takes the opposite route, where humans are actually the ones shunned by society and are in the minority, and the story takes us to a forest spirit who discovers a human child in the forest that he protects. These forest spirits called golems tend to almost never leave their domain, but he makes an exception for the child and leaves his home to look for her parents and find a home for Somali. This takes them on an adventure where both characters bond with each other, but there is a time limit to this journey because the golem is near the end of his lifespan. I can honestly tell you that this show was not my cup of tea, but I took one sip and I had no choice but to drink the entire cup because it turned out to be a beautiful and wonderful anime. I consider this to be one of my favorite anime of all time. It is one of the crucial anime that kick-started my journey into the anime world in high school, and I still love it to this day, and any moment I get, I will try to shove it in people's faces. XX-holic or simply holic follows Kimihiro Watanuki. Watanuki has been cursed with the gift of seeing spirits, and with his gift, spirits are also easily attracted to him. Seeing supernatural creatures may seem awesome, but it has proven to be a nuisance in our MC's life, and after trying to run away from a spirit one day, Watanuki finds himself at a shop that grants wishes. And in this shop, he meets a witch named Yuko that tells him she can get rid of his burden in exchange for something of equal value. After Watanuki agrees to the deal, he becomes Yuko's housekeeper, but he isn't simply the housekeeper because Yuko often sends him on supernatural related errands. The reason I love this so much is because it is so funny, but at the same time also very interesting, with almost every episode placing our MC in different supernatural or spiritual situations. This anime is not a visual marvel by any means, but amazing anime quality doesn't automatically make an anime good, and I hope you remember that. As much as I love anime, I somehow almost never watch anime movies, but I decided to open myself up to Redline. If you've ever watched the 2008 movie Death Race that features Jason Statham, Redline is sort of that, but more futuristic and in a more intergalactic sci-fi setting with some of the tastiest animation you will ever come across. The Redline is essentially the biggest and most thrilling race in the universe. It is a no-holds-barred competition that is dangerous at the best of times. But this particular race is far more dangerous than the previous competitions because it takes place on Robo-World. And the inhabitants of Robo-World does not take too kindly to this race taking place on their planet. So while the competitors are racing, the military forces of Robo-World are on the attack, and they also have to look out for the advances of other challengers. And that turns this into one of the most exciting racing related anime I've ever watched. It for sure has its flaws, but if they were to make a part 2 or do a Redline series, I would not hesitate to watch it. But hey, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and even if you don't like the video, please subscribe, because maybe one of these days I might just make the specific video you are looking for.